Yeah.
Professor Amitabh Malik and all the Minister Aditya Thackeray and distinguished panelists, and of course the friends. I must congratulate Professor Malik, you and your colleagues for absolutely fabulous day for me. Every minute I learned from your starting with your presentation, Ravi's presentation, and till the last one of Prithviraj's presentation, and of course, the minister gave an inspirational interpretation, and he has. I want to thank him because what I'm going to say probably draws upon some of his insights. Professor Malik, it's what I learned today is that the crisis is for the entire planet, but essentially anthropogenic in origin. It's really human beings are causing it.
Yes.
And really responsibility lies on human beings to correct it. And I think as every speaker said that you have captured the importance of this decade, because this decade is really the make or break kind of decade for the planet itself, not just for human beings, for planet, because his responsibility is on the what we do now. And I think taking the leave from what Honorable Minister said and what was said by Prithviraj and many other speakers, including Priyadarshini, I think what we need is now that we should demand every political parties to come out with climate manifesto, where the political parties give commitments on what they're going to do on climate. That should be the starting point for even people, youth should demand it, because it's their future we're talking about, and I think they would point out that their vote will depend to the party, depend on the manifesto climate. That's all. It's a one-point program. It's a climate manifesto because it's linked for many other things, automatically. If you get that right, everything will come out right. Because climate manifesto will tell you that climate doesn't differentiate between religions. It affects all the religions equally. So whole current unfortunate schism which is emerging in our society will also go away, because everybody is equal in front of nature. It's totally religion neutral, caste neutral, tribal neutral, and everything. It's really completely inclusiveness will ultimately come through the climate manifesto, and people will start talking about those issues rather than identity crisis and identity politics. It will shift for identity politics to the what really is needed in our country. So that is one. So I think I would urge Prithviraj to take his argument a little further and say that you must now ask the youth to participate in political parties, in elections, ask for election manifesto, ask for climate manifesto, ask for youth manifesto, because it is their life that we're talking about. So, and that will, and as Aditya said, they will respond once there's a demand from the political demand. And also it will be very good, it will improve Indian society. What happened last 10 years, what happened to our country, which completely, the healing process will start, and we will sort of completely get rid of this divisive identity politics, which is really dividing our country and challenging. The second is ultimately what we'll do, what Archana pointed out, it will be democratic. You cannot have a climate manifesto which is undemocratic. It has to respond to all segments of society, and so it will be participative. Now, by nature of it, it will be participative. So let's make climate manifesto as an organizing principle for next decade, by which all the today's divisive politics, divisive societies, the backward-looking. Because, and second, I was thinking about what Professor Malik said, what everybody said, also what I think Minister was mentioned. We may have to rediscover Gandhiji, because what is happening, the demand will have to change. What human beings are making demands, I think we have to look at, as Gandhi used to say, the world is not too big for Indian, our need, but is really too small for greed. And that's what the problem is. But it has to be Gandhi plus. In other words, it has to be Gandhi plus Einstein. I mean, in other words, the science and technology has to be the sort of driver along with that. So I think I'm really excited about what happened today. I learned a lot, and I'm grateful to all the speakers, because every speaker brought extremely valuable insight. And especially, I'm probably the oldest person in the audience, so I greatly benefited. I want to thank every young speaker for educating me. And the last point I want to make, and I won't speak too long, is this relates to the urgency. This, I think, the decade of change, this urgency, I think only youth can bring it, because they have vested interest in getting it right. And frankly, is the responsibility for the entire planet is on us. We human beings are harming every organic life. Every life is being threatened. So we owe a great deal to ourselves and also to the planet. So all power to the youth, all power to our energetic and very thoughtful minister, which we have in our state, Aditya ji, and also, of course, the ringing statement by Prithviraj, which is called, and I fully endorse his demand. In fact, I would ask him to go further in making his demand. And Vivekananda Swami said, "Arise, awake." I think this is what is very, very required for the youth, all of you. So thank you, Professor Malik, and thank you all for this wonderful day. And I look forward to tomorrow's 24 hours, to tomorrow's conference. Thank you.